Hey guys, welcome back to Chaos Legion Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about starting a tournament and how our tournament went at our RTT.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Legionnaires. My name's Kevin,
My name's Chris.
and today we're going to talk about our RTT that we did last weekend.
Yep, we just ran our very first tournament ever with a lot of preparation and a lot of work. We got it going. We had 14 people. We had 14 people sign up, and 14 people showed up. It was exactly what we wanted.
Which is great. And you ran that whole tournament,
Yeah,
right?
that was a trip. I got asked a couple times at the tournament because it was my first time TOing a tournament. I got asked, do you like doing the TO portion? And my answer was, the TO portion is easy. That's the easy part. Everything leading up to it is the hard part. Setting up 7 tables and getting all the terrain ready and making sure the mats are all right and all that stuff. It was a lot of work, but it was really rewarding. It was nice seeing everybody come out. Everybody had a good time, and you actually competed in that tournament.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. That's kind of what we wanted to talk about today is really like, not necessarily me, but as a new player, what you can expect out of a tournament, what you need to be prepared for in a tournament. I know me personally, I've played a lot of Warhammer games, but it was kind of eye-opening. And you kind of said to me, the time crunch. Let's talk about that first.
Yeah. So I tell anybody that's looking to get into a tournament, your number one opponent is time, by far. You can, whatever person in your Warhammer community you think is the big, bad, scary thing, no, nothing compares to the time. Yeah. You got to make sure you got all your rules down and you can do all your moves in 2.5 hours. That's the timer.
Which, to put into perspective for our new viewers that maybe are thinking about getting into 40K, this is not to deter you from stopping and playing in a tournament. It's just be prepared to lose one a lot. And also, if you're in a tournament setting and you don't know your rules, make sure that you're prepared in that sense and at least have a printout so that you can bring it over to your opponent and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. You might misinterpret some stuff. It happens, but they're going to call you out.
Absolutely.
And the time crunch, putting in perspective what that means for new players, probably 5 hours to play a game, I would say, your first few games.
Right. I think especially when you're learning an army, you got to reference things, go back, look at the codex, look it up online. You're not sure about something.
I know we've had a lot of those with me and you because I'm always in a new army.
Right.
And you're always playing, different stuff too.
Right.
And it takes away from the game. But, being on that 3 hour or 2.5 hour crunch is insane. I mean, I personally, during the tournament, I didn't get a lunch, quote unquote. There was no break. It was literally just play 3 games in a row and do not stop.
I've been to a number of tournaments, and I knew that was going to happen because a lot of the people at this tournament, it was their first tournament because this is, this area, there's some new people that are playing here. And I scheduled the first round to be lunch right after. And I told everybody, if you want to play into lunch, that's fine, because I knew some people were going to need it.
And I needed it.
And luckily, I think everybody kind of got the hint after round 1. It was like, oh, this is, I have 2.5 hours. That's quick, Yeah. Round 2 is a lot better,
Yeah, I kind of want to get into my individual games and my experience. I was playing Eldar. I know people in the comments are probably gonna, but let us know how you feel about Eldar. They're kind of a good army right now.
I would say a kind of a good army. Yeah, I'd say they're pretty good.
They're not as good as they were in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, Necron players are in a really good spot right now.
I have no comment.
They're pretty much the army to beat.
Yeah.
But first game I played against Orcs.
Yep.
I want to say everybody was amazing in the tournament.
Oh, that's good.
I don't think we had one person that was just ultimately just not fun to play against, but I think everybody was really good. We had a good turnout, but Hunter was playing me, and I played 3 melee armies. So
that's right, you did.
It was kind of fucked. That game I made a lot of mistakes. The gears were still turning. So first game of the day, I feel like you're kind of taking the grease off of the gears.
You're still waking up, having your coffee. Yeah.
So halfway through the game, I started playing 100% on point. Won that game. Very close. Very close. I learned that Orcs, you just need to prepare back. All melee armies. I had a game 2 where I was against world leaders.
Yeah, with Justin. Yeah,
with Justin, which was super fun. We both made some mistakes, but I made less mistakes in the first game or in the second game than I did in the first game.
That's good.
Preparing back was my best friend. He still tried to rush my support weapons.
Yep, world leaders doing world leader things.
Yeah, and that was interesting. Movement shenanigans with Eldar got better in game 2, and then I won that barely. I won by I think one objective.
Right. I remember you guys scoring because you guys were. I remember
we had to talk it out.
Yeah, I kept coming over to you guys like, you guys got a score for me yet? And you were, and
you were kind of like looking at me like, get it done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, aha. And then that pressure, right? That pressure of just that constant knowing you're on a tick. Is a big deal. Also, I do want to point out, and it's yours.
Oh yeah.
This thing is like golden.
That I think is a lifesaver, even as a judge.
It snaps all the directions. This is like, oh my god, amazing. We'll probably get these on our website relatively soon. It allows you to deep strike and all. This is just buy this thing from us.
It's got basically every useful measurement for 40K. So it's got 1 inch for trying to figure out if you're within coherency. It's got 2 inches for making sure that all your units are in coherency, or it's got 3 inches if you're doing like a 3-inch deep strike or something like that, or if you're getting out of your deployment on your tanks or whatever.
And then 9 inch.
The 9 inches for the
6 inch.
Yep.
Yeah.
All this stuff is super useful. It's got little ticks for inch marker, and as a judge especially, I had a lot of people say, hey, is this a legal move or is this in coherency or whatever?
Let's find out. Boom.
Let's find out. Boom.
It's just like the laser. It just ends debates instantly.
Yeah.
And ultimately, tools like this, guys, are what's going to save you in a tournament. I truly believe as a new player, because this is going to save you time, which is your most valuable asset.
Absolutely.
Game 3 was weird. I played against Blood Angels. And
Brad,
Brad, and really fun to play against him. Got a little salty at the end just because it's a third melee army, and I was kind of like, oh my god, I'm fucking done.
I mean, you're also a competitive guy, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I think everybody that plays in tournaments has that edge. You have to be competitive to play in tournaments. I don't think you have to be that competitive, but if you are going into the mindset of I want to play 40K, and I also want to get involved in tournaments. You're doing it. You're doing it because you want to win,
right?
Like,
and you're paying money to be there. So
I don't know anybody that would just be like, I want to go and get destroyed. You know what I mean? Like, that's not fun.
No.
But the Blood Angels game was very strange, and ultimately it was a big loss for me.
Yeah.
I think I scored maybe 26 points.
Yeah.
And that was being generous, and it happens, and I learned a lot, and that's really it. And guys, at the end of the day, learning is really the big key, and repetition makes a master, right? How many tournaments have you been in?
Oh, a lot now.
And you started winning a lot more. Yeah. And I think that over the last 3 or 4 you've won, right?
So until most recently I played Tau just for fun, and I lost my first game at a tournament in 10th edition. Like, that's how much I've been winning. It's been a really good run. And then I played Tau, and I'm like, I went up against Sisters, and Sisters did Sisters things into Tau, and couldn't beat her. It was a good game. But
just keep in mind, guys, this guy's playing Necrons, so just kidding.
My Necrons win rate has been very, very, very good.
Yeah.
But I will agree with you. Playing tournaments and doing that kind of thing, it's such a huge boon for being a better player. Like, it's going to make you understand the game better. It's going to make you enjoy it more because you're not going to have those disagreements. You're going to know what you're doing ahead of time. It's going to speed up your games too.
I've learned something from you in particular every single game that we sit down and play. Yep. And I think that that's what a lot of players miss when they play with their friends at home. And so my ending message to you guys as people watching a video and wanting to learn about 40K in general, playing with your friends is great, but at the end of the day, go to your local game shop. That's where you're going to learn a lot more. Because if you guys are playing wrong, you're having fun, which is great, but like, if you want to take it to that next level,
get your butt kicked a couple times.
100%. Get your shit knocked in.
It'll help.
Yeah. Well, guys, with that, thank you so much for watching our videos. To our subscribers, thank you guys. You make it all possible. We would love for you guys to hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you again next time.
See you next week, guys.